to see if you're the woman that they truly want, they pay for everything.
Women typically want men who can appreciate her delicacy.
My gas tank is almost on E. How is the gas supposed to get in my car?
He kissed me on my forehead. This bitch is actually still in my living room to this day.
Go to another country to find a girl that's going to be loyal to them and not give them a hard time.
James Harden has a girl in China? This can't be real.
Listen to the logic of that. You're trying to force a man to stay in a country and date people he's just not attracted to so you can have a guy that won't love you.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Do not pump gas. That's why I do not pump gas. I am literally on E and I had to stop.
Listen what it says. Why don't pump gas in the city, let alone at night? Broad and Windrum gas thing, profiling and trying to get you off of gas. My damn head. Y'all profiled the right one. Let's see what you gotta say.
Mind you, I found some cops parked across the street, so I said, this seems safe. Why the f this man just walked to me? First of all, don't walk up on me. So I'm already ignorant because you just walked up on me. What? Oh, no, my bad, I work here. Don't hang up the thing after you done pumping gas. What? I said, bro, I'm hanging this up. Like, please get up my face.
We do not care.
He walked up and I work here, I work here. You work in my service. Oh, so like my anxiety is so bad, but not even that, just don't walk up on me. Do not walk up on me in public ever at a gas pump at 11 o'clock at night. Are you crazy? I'm at the Sunoco on Broad and I'm irked. Broad and Lindley. So y'all, I went into this gas station because there was a police officer parked across the street. I felt a little safer to pump my gas. Another reason why I don't care to stop at gas stations in the hood, because why the Apple Pay never work? Why do I have to walk into this store? Like, I already don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. That's why I don't come around here. Oh my God. And then the Apple Pay never works. So I got to walk in the store. And I feel like the more steps you take is the more... I just feel like the more steps you have to take, the more chances you have of getting up. Little big... Give me all your... So anyway, I think the scariest thing is that they were working together. The guy that was there was working with the guy at the register. So anyway, that same officer had, you know, surprisingly pulled up in the parking lot. So when I left, I told the officer, I was like, they're trying to get people for their gas. He was like, what happened? I was like, he told me not to hang up the thing. And mind you, I'm not no dummy. He was like, oh, excuse me. He was like, yeah, they try to get people's gas around here. I said, I know what's going on. I said, they ain't get me. I said, but they're going to get somebody else. He was like, I know, I understand. So he was trying to ask me what he looked like. But you, like, when I tell you, I go blank. Like, and when he came up to me, it's like I seen him, but I also seen red at the same time. So it's like, I really probably... Anyway, Broad and Lindley, they on all bull. Just don't get gas at night. Don't make sure your car is always on full. That is the lesson here. Make sure your car always got gas. And before y'all be like, "Ooh, Big Sexy's a snitch," I am no snitch. I mind my business. I don't be around people that be on bull. When you be on bull, sometimes it benefits me, so I don't say anything. No, I'm just saying I don't care what y'all be doing until it has to do with me. I don't live street life like the hell.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Once you try to take my money, he did it right there.
Well, yes, of course. I think everybody should be like that. But at the same time, what's the whole point of complaining? I guess to make her TikTok video. But yeah, he tried to get over. It sounded fishy. But as you said, your gas tank should have been on full, and you shouldn't have been in that situation. Being in the hood gas station at night with nobody there, this is one of those things you shouldn't be doing. So this shouldn't have even been a video to complain about.
How to see if you're the woman that they truly want, they pay for everything. If they're not paying for everything, you're not who they truly want.
It's delusional.
Period. You know, if you break up because you say, I'm not paying half the bills anymore, they didn't want you in the first place. If they'll break up for you for 50% of the bills. But let somebody looking like Rihanna walk up to them, they'll go get a second job or, find a way.
Well, believe it or not, there's guys that have women that look better than Rihanna that are paying half of the bills. Trust and believe. And then also, there's women outside of the West and also inside of the West. That's the wild thing. What a lot of these women don't realize, right? And she said it herself. Hey, I couldn't do now what I did back in the days. Why couldn't you do it? Oh, because the younger guys aren't hearing it, right? Because you know that nonsense you spewing a woman and taking their money, you agreed it won't work on anybody today. You kind of agreed about that because you said you couldn't be as successful as you were back then. So tell the woman that.
Okay. So you have to understand, you got to be what makes them go out and do that for you. Just think about it. Think about think about the type of man that would make you do what he wants for you. Like, whatever your dream man is, imagine him and he asks you, baby, I'm hungry. What would you do? Will you jump up to go cook him a meal because he's your dream man? Or will you tell him, oh, well, make me something too while you're in there? You know, having your dream woman or having the type of woman or man that you truly want changes things. That's why I say make sure he likes you more if you want something out of him.
That works in a lot of cases, but what's going on nowadays and the way things are, it can work to a certain extent, but a lot of guys aren't hearing it. And what a woman going for mostly, they want their dream man with the bag. It's like a big state of delusion, and they don't realize that's a sad thing. A lot of women don't realize they're in that delusion, and that's the problem. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, it's not as bad as people say it is." It is because what's going on mostly is most people are living in delusion, men and women.
Women typically want and need the emotional security from men. They also need that bond of equals, knowing that we will share responsibilities and you're not superior to me. You're not treating me like I'm inferior to you. Women typically want men who can appreciate her delicacy and not mishandling her, to understand that she's still a woman, seeing her, giving her that compassion, that trustworthiness. A lot of women are looking for that, just to add on.
Well, and guys don't mind giving that nowadays. See, women have fought so hard for equality. Now you have it. So men are saying at the same time, I'll provide, but you must provide as well. Right? And women have to understand it. Long gone are the days where men just take care of women and don't receive anything back. That's nonsensical, especially in this market we're in right now. It's not a buyer's market. It's a market to where you sell because you have no choice but to sell or you're going broke. You have no choice but to receive other incomes or you're going broke. So a man is not going to sit back and lay down, and he can't lay down, number one, but let a woman lay down and do nothing. She has to bring more to the table and she could be as delicate. He'll help her be as delicate. He wants a woman to be delicate. He wants a woman to be soft. He wants to make sure a woman is in her feminine nature, of course. So that's not a problem for men. Most men understand and want these things for women. We're definitely not trying to take that away.
When you're out without your husband and your gas tank is almost on E, what are you supposed to do? I feel like the people who invented gas should have probably thought about that, because my husband is out of town. My gas tank is almost on E. How is the gas supposed to get in my car?
That's a good thing. But you know what? A lot of times women, they go on their own, they pump their own gas. But still, when you're around your wife so much and she feels like I need my husband for everything, this is a good sign. That's what a man wants. A man wants a woman to feel like that at the end of the day. Like, man, my man is not around. Or some situations, women are saying, I haven't even counted money because I haven't needed to. I haven't paid for anything because I haven't needed to. When you have that, it's like, man, you're good because a woman already feels the need for you. She wants you and needs you, and she takes care of you, right? That's woo, not easy to find in the West, but it can be found. It can be found. I'm not gonna say you can't find it, but you have to look over in yonder. And from looking over in yonder so much, you get tired. You get tired. You age a bunch of years because that's how long it takes. I'm just not. I wasn't for finding it anymore. Definitely in the West. But let me see.
April 20th, 2015. This was date 3. And y'all, I always say I don't like coffee dates. I don't. But I love ice cream dates. And V is one of the reasons I love ice cream dates. And I just love ice cream in general. Like, I always love ice cream. But we had a lot of the same favorite foods. And I love that we did. So when I say we had a ball, we had a ball. But this day was just so simple. It's like, we went to get some ice cream. And we were like in the downtown area. And after we got the ice cream, he was like, let's go across the street and walk. What I loved about V, as y'all can see, he got his 3 Jesus pieces on. He's tatted like the subways in Harlem. Body was cut up like a bag of dope. You know, that was a fine man. It's a fine young man. Again, we was very young, but he was very fine. And yes, he was in the streets. Yes, he did sell drugs. But he was an amazing person. He had a heart of gold. He had a really great personality. And that nigga knew how to date you. He did. So like I said, this day we went for a walk. And he did the cutest thing. Like, we were walking and talking. We were laughing. And I know I'm just talking. I'm running my mouth. And I just stopped. And I look back. I'm like, why you stop walking? Like, why are you not walking? He was like, you're not holding my hand. Y'all, I like to have melted in that moment. Because I was like, oh my God, this gangster is like really mushy. He's really soft at heart. And I was like, oh my God, okay. And like, I grabbed his hand. Now, mind y'all, V didn't know that. I mean, he knew that I had just came out of a relationship, but he didn't know how bad it was. Like, when I got out of that relationship, I was a wreck, basically. I didn't love myself. I didn't think I was pretty because I was dealing with somebody who was very insecure because, again, I had opened my first business when I was 21. I was already following my purpose in life. He didn't know his, which wasn't an issue. He had a job and everything, but I was very intimidating to him. And
So you were following your purpose in life, and you're with a drug dealer, and you're following your purpose.
You can't make this up.
Was that guy before him a drug dealer? Probably not. But then after him, you got with a drug dealer. So I know you see it as elevating, but it not really. I know you see it as not judging, but not really.
in those 3 years of that relationship, that guy actually, like, he basically told me the straights, honestly. And V literally picked up the pieces and just didn't know that he was, helping me find me again and love me again. And every chance he got, he would tell me, you that girl, you on your you buy all your own bags, you got your own business, and da da da. Like, he would hype me like, what? Like, I tell you about my girl, like, my girl, da 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 da. Like, he would always hype me, and I was like, for real? He like, yes, you that girl. He would always be like that. But I really love this picture of us. Let me tell y'all. Because in the middle of us walking, he kissed me on my forehead. And he was able to get a picture of him kissing me on my forehead. This picture is actually still in my living room to this day.
Guys, I gotta stop it right there, right? Because she's telling the story and woman eating it up in the chat. Oh yeah, girl. Oh, he carried the Glock. Oh, he was a gangster. Ah, they woke him. Ah, clapping their hand like that. No, that's not it. That's not what it's hitting for. Because what happened? That man he was a gangster. He'd be dead in jail. And that could have happened, and you don't see him now. I don't even want to hear that part of the story. I'm just going to continue on to the next one because I don't think you should be happy about any man being a gangster, right? You're leading the future of black women astray. This is why BWs are lost, and not all. Not all. I can't say all because I got family that are BWs and I know good BWs. But is it many? Not really. And guys, right now I have an older video from King Soft Guy Era himself.
A passport bros thought exercise. A guy will go to a foreign country to find a life partner, and this is highly controversial lately because there's good women here in the United States who need partners too. So it's not fair to women to have all the guys in a developed country that are willing to give them equal rights go to another country to find a girl that's going to be loyal to them and not give them a hard time. Because yeah, I don't know a country that a woman could go to and go find a male counterpart where that male is actually going to treat her right and allow her to have a job and all that stuff. This is starting to look really bad for women in that case, so of course they're going to be upset about the whole passport bros culture. Let's make it granular. Let's think about one guy, right? Let's say that there's a woman who wants one guy. She's like, oh, he's good. I'd like to date him. But he's going out of the country to go get a date instead of dating her here in the United States. There's a reason why he's doing that. And you might go, that's not fair. I should have a solid chance at dating this guy. Well, why don't you be more like the kind of girl that he wants to date? Then everybody goes up in arms and be like, Sean, how could you say that? No one should have to change to fit somebody else's heteronormative, whatever, blah, 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 just so that way they can get a date with a guy. He should stay in the country and date here anyway, without girls having to change to be more submissive or whatever. But listen to the logic of that. You're trying to force a man to stay in a country and date people he's just not attracted to, so you can have a guy that won't love you.
My point exactly.
Because you're not willing to meet him in the middle. So you're going to shame a man for his preferences. You're going to attack him for his choices. His choices did not hurt you. They just didn't choose you.
Emotional damage.
Now I've raised myself to believe that everything that is unhappy about my world is my fault. If I don't like something, I'm going to change it. If I don't have something I want, I'm going to go find a way to get it. If I'm unhappy, I'm going to work on that. It all rests on me. Internal locus.
I feel that way too.
Of control. So being mad at passport bros for leaving is actually really weak behavior. And you want to be respected for being a strong, independent woman, so buck the fuck up.
He's cooking our garbage.
Because frankly, you asked for it, didn't you? So is it misogyny to tell you to buck up because you want equality? Or is it misogyny to say, hey, you know, you shouldn't have to participate in capitalism and work. You should be able to stay soft. Because that version would have probably got you the guy. And I can say that because we're seeing a pattern in these men's preferences. Their dating preferences aren't misogyny. It's just the kind of partner that they want. And we're seeing a pattern in these men. Forcing these guys to stay in the country and date you would be like a form of, it'd be like emotional. You're trying to commit emotional against men by not letting them go find the love of their life in a union that best serves them. Because I tell you what, these guys are also going to be really good to these girls. And that might even make you even more salty that they're going to be good to these girls by the definition that these girls see good. That's another reason why these relationships won't work for you, because your definition of a man treating you right is going to be different than theirs. Life hack. Learn to be happy enough alone that you're not mad at passport bro culture, and then maybe you'll have an open enough heart to date again.
Man, that hit so close to home for a lot of women. And it's true what he's saying. What they're doing in passport bros is emotional grape. Stop graping us.
Don't you agree, Mr. Feather?
Word.
De basquete norte-americano.
No. Is James Harden has a girl in China? This can't be real. I think this is a fan. I know he was out there. He was out there. Wow. I think he was. Oh, he was on a date with her. Oh, she didn't bag James Harden when he was out in China. The rules have changed. Excuse me. Well, I know these guys been passport bros, right? These basketball players. Check them out. Oh, yeah. What? What's going on? No, this can't be serious. She got to be an interview girl, but looks like this Chinese girl was smitten with James Harden. I'm sure that's what it was, right? Of course, he can date the baddest. And this is one thing from guys, right? Guys have been seeing this from basketball players, millionaires, superstar athletes, international guys all the time. Like, why do you think somebody like J. Cole made the song Passport Bros?
Got me singing I love you too.
With Bass, right?
I may need you to show me everything that is gonna be.
There's men that were of higher value have always been doing this. So I figured out a way I can do it. And a lot of other guys are doing it too. And it's better because, as the other brother said, we don't want to go through the emotional grip anymore. Guys said, let's put ourselves in these other countries, and actually live there and make a better life for ourselves. I just had an interview today where I showed a guy all the different ways you can make money online. He couldn't believe it. He said, wow, it's a lot. And it's good to know. I figured it out over years. I mean, this has been 15 years of knowledge that I figured out how to make money online. And it's with so many different ways. Actually physically working for other people, working for yourself, having your own businesses, even doing YouTube, right? I have 3 monetized YouTube channels. I'm working on having a lot more. I have YouTube channels for business. It's so many different ways to get it. And I'm definitely don't mind teaching to guys. And I teach it for under 210 bucks. And the reason why I keep it that rate, I don't want a guy to feel raped for learning some knowledge, right? That's gonna get him ahead. Because you do feel raped with those packages that are around 1,000 or more. And I won't do that to guys. Because I want guys to realize it's definitely more to life. They're going through the nonsense you're going through back home.